Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot and a PMDG beta tester. PMDG have just posted a new update on the 8th of August, including the first screenshot of the PMDG 777 freighter and some information about the secret project, as well as one of the very few sales that PMDG is conducting. So let's start at the very beginning though, and we will start, well, right at the end of the update with the secret project. So, towards the end of the new update, Robert has posted the first picture of the 777 freighter and announced that they are shortly before entering beta testing with it. Let's go ahead and have a look at the picture that Robert has posted. For the original full-size version, be sure to check out the original forum post in the video description below, where you can see the picture in full screen resolution. And here is our beautiful 777 freighter. It's about to enter beta testing, and Robert writes that, much like they did with the 777-300ER, they've packed the new airplane full of features to bring you a feature-rich simulation experience for one of the world's most capable freight haulers. She's fresh out of the paint shop and ready for the test flight program, so start studying the arrival and departure procedures to the world's leading cargo hubs, because the 777 freighter is nearly ready to enter service. And just below that picture, he goes ahead to write, for those that stuck around to read the credits at the end, keep paying attention and you might just see something you didn't expect about a project you didn't know about. So if we take a good look at the picture, we can actually see two things in the background. First of all, there's that 747 just behind the 777 freighter. But behind that, in the very background, we can also see a 777. And this seems to be a factory airplane over there, with the windows currently covered up. But let's go ahead and actually have a look at that in a little bit greater detail. So the screenshot is obviously taken at Drzewiecki's Design's Peyton Field Airport. So this is just about where I've loaded up my simulator here as well. So let's go ahead and have a quick look over the factory and see if we can find that airplane in question. Looking over the factory, you can already see there's freighter in the background over there, a couple of 777Xs in the foreground over here, but this is obviously not where the screenshot was taken. So going along the production line, we got our, well, 767 down here, or the tanker version of it, but then we have a couple of 787s as we move along the production line, and we are finally nearing where this screenshot has been taken, and we can find it right over here. This is the paint shop that PMDG has been showing off in front of the freighter, but just have a look at what we can find behind that. And it is a 747 that is over here, but not just any, this is actually a Dreamlifter. So that would be really, really cool if PMDG were about to create a Dreamlifter. However, it would fit very well into the product line of the upcoming 747. So they have in the past confirmed the 400, the Dash 8 and the Dash 8 freighter. So I do see it as a possibility that they might expand that product line to the Dreamlifter. But the airplane that's located behind it is probably the more exciting one. And that, of course, is the 777X. Not only do we just have one being towed into the paint job over here, where we've got, for example, the windows open, but people have been speculating whether the fact that the 777 in the background shows the windows covered might hint to the 300 freighter conversion. Personally, I don't think so. Personally, I think we are talking the 777X over here. However, we don't know for certain, there is no hints given, and if we think back into the past updates that Robert has done, then he has hinted that they went to visit an aircraft and spent extensive time photographing and analyzing it. Now, PMDG does have very good connections directly to Boeing, so I do see it as a realm of possibility that they might got hold of a 777X, and if any developer is in a situation where he can get proper data on a 777X it would probably be PMDG with their close relations to Boeing. Now, which of the two ones it is, whether it is the 777X, or whether we are talking the Dreamlifter here, or seeing that this is Robert Randazzo posting this stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if we're actually talking about both aircraft over here. I would actually not be surprised about that at all. But in either case, both aircraft would be tremendous news for the flight sim community, especially to see them in a PMDG style version. However, let's go ahead and start to talk about a couple of different aircraft that we are going to see and that we have just about seen in our simulator. And with that, we are going to go back to Robert's update. So first of all, let's talk about the 777-300ER, which has just been released to Marketplace for PC and Xbox. So on the 8th of August, the plane was made available on Marketplace, and you can now buy it for both PC and Xbox. And quoting Robert from the forum over here, this is the first of the 777 series to be launched in Marketplace, and we're excited to bring our flagship long hauler to the Xbox platform, giving our Marketplace users the full range of our fleet from the DC-6 to the 777-300ER. As of this writing, we believe the Marketplace distribution of liveries for the 777-300ER will not be available until the 15th of August, but our contacts at Microsoft told us that they are still trying to get the liveries released with the airplane today, worst case next week, which is still pretty good. We're working with Microsoft on some special pricing for the liveries release, and if we succeed in putting that together, you will be able to scoop them up for a song. For our Marketplace PC users, please don't forget that you can use the PMDG Operations Center, which is available for download from the PMDG website, to get liveries for free. Next up, let's talk about the PMDG 737, which has further updates coming. Quote, "While our primary development focus is on the 777 freighter, we are preparing to put the new 737 build into testing that will add in a few more freeze fixes that have already been released in the 777 stream, and we think this should put that chapter to bed for nearly all cases that we have seen reported. We anticipate this update coming to you during the 3rd week of August after the testing program. As the 777 freighter goes into beta testing, we anticipate moving the new nav data functionality for the 737 into beta testing as well. This will have the new functionality and capabilities rolled out to 737 operators in September, we think. Big asterisk here, just in case the 777 freighter suddenly gets problematic or we discover problems in the 737 migration that require more effort. September is an estimate. Once the 777 freighter goes into testing, our tablet dev effort will shift focus to bringing all of the new updates backwards into the 737 as well. Those will roll out to you in pieces, as I have mentioned before. We'll move through the change list item by item and then roll them through testing and to you as soon as they are ready, rather than waiting and giving you one grand update later on. Once we've completed this process, the 737 will officially move out of her early adopter phase. For those who are keeping track, once this happens, the pricing will adjust upwards. So if you are on the fence with the 737, I'd dive in before we get the nav data and tablet released. So just a quick reminder here, going back in time a little bit, you might have noticed that the 737 was originally released with a little discount, and that discount is about to be wiped away then. So if we just about take a quick look at it over here, if we go to the PMDG website, then we can find this. So you can see the reduced prices here for the 800, which is going up to $74.99, but currently still is $69.99, and the 700 will likewise also go up by $5, as they have originally announced when they first put out the airplane back in 2022. So with that good stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and have a look at the last of the updates. And that is PMDG's 27th birthday. So just about now, on the 7th of August, PMDG had their 27th anniversary. And to celebrate that, they are going to run a birthday sale for 3 days only beginning at midnight UTC and running through Friday, Saturday and Sunday. As per their tradition, you will get 27% off any of their products except the 777 in celebration of their long-term success as a developer in the sim community. So what have they done during this period of time? They have released 62 products already, they've released over 1,300 product updates and more than 700 free liveries for PMDG customers. And when we think back to the PMDG 737 NGXU release back in P3D, they have given over $650,000 loyalty bonuses to those 737 customers who earned store credits for the MSFS versions of aircraft that could later be used for anything in the PMDG store. Now, all of that is available in the PMDG update in the forum as well, so go ahead and head out there to read up on the original update. Last but not least, the typical caveat, of course, anything I said in regards to the secret project was deducted from the screenshot that we had over here, and from looking up where that place exactly was. I do not have any inside information that I shared on that one, but it was purely based upon what we could see in the screenshot and what we can see standing behind it, and of course a little bit of general knowledge as to how the PMDG company works. So all of that out of the way, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this one interesting. Let me know which one you would prefer, the 777X, or if you would prefer the 747 Dreamlifter. So, prefer that one? Or do you prefer a lagging flight simulator? No, that one. Thank you very much for watching, hope you found this one interesting. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you're up for more. And with all of that, thank you very much, enjoy your weekend, and I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one.